Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I was a teaching instructor. I've worked thousands of IRS cases. Check me out on my website at 777irs.com. Today I'm going to talk about IRS audits and what happens. So if you've got an IRS audit letter, do you have a lot to fear? Well, the answer is I don't know. I have no idea. I will tell you a little about the process so you're familiar with it. If you're looking to hire, always hire a former IRS agent. There's so many people that go online, they say they have these people that you see sitting at the desk asking, they have nothing to do with this industry. They either own a company, but it's funny, they don't say they're an attorney, they don't say they're a CPA, they don't say they're a former IRS agent. They just go ahead and make a little speech like, yes, click below, all they want you to do is click below, but you really don't know enough about that company really to make a decision. So I just want you to know, if you're going through an IRS audit, hiring former IRS agents, it's a no-brainer. We work this system, some of us, almost all our life. We know everything IRS is going to do. We know what we can do to defend it. We know the best tax defense with or without records. No matter what kind of mess you're in, we know exactly how to provide the best defense. Why? We've worked hundreds, if not thousands, of IRS cases. So anyway, if you're going through an IRS audit, I want you to know this. Let me just throw you a little caveat, a little bone here. When IRS interviews you, sometimes you can avoid that, but IRS is just, they're going in just to open the door and find out what's there. And that's where the defense comes in. How much you show them, how much you have to show them, where can you cut them off? So they send you a little form letter. That's what the computers have found. That's what AI has found. So they're saying, hey, this is what AI has found. What are we going to do next? So now they have a flashlight. They're going to come looking. You don't know really what they're going to find. IRS can go back 3 years. So if you think this is something you can handle, great. More power to you. You know your records. If you think you can handle them by all means. If you think there's some things going on you want to keep IRS away from, by no means. Don't even think you should handle this. If you're a little nervous about this, don't. I'm telling you, I've worked thousands of. I've been doing this since 1973. I'm just trying to tell you the best I can get. What I tell people is, what is your blood pressure and what's your heart telling you to do? This isn't a time to be cheap because it's going to hurt your pocketbook, honestly. Anyway, I'm a former agent. I gave you the best I have. I wish you the best of luck. Give me a subscription. I try to tell you really cool things. And by the way, most audits today are all generated by AI. Yep. And by the way, your return, you get audited because you're fighting your neighbors and other people's return, but yours was a little worse, and that's why they kicked your audit out, your audit letter out. Bye bye. Wish you the best.